Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
For now, I've given you two assignments, that is work with special characters, which you guys already completed. The second assignment was to work to get hands-on for loop and while loop. And also the third one was create a function. Yes, while working with while loop and for loop, like every time after giving the parameters and after giving the while loop line, and I'm going to print it. It's saying indentation error. Indentation error. Yes, indentation error. I don't understand why it's coming every time, and yes, while you are declaring the while loop, just after that, I think you are using the print statement. Yes, give some space between the while loop between the print statement and this thing. Let me show you. Are you able to see my screen? This is my for loop declaration and this is the space between my print and this thing, the margin. This is the indentation I'm giving. This is by default. Let me do this thing, uncomment this thing. You might be writing it like this for now. But this is not the correct one. Because we want to let the program know that our print statement is inside the for loop. This is currently outside of the for loop. Now, this is inside of the for loop if there is a print statement. Now you can say that this is outside of the for loop. This thing, you have to do this thing, you have to give a gap. That is one tab you have to press or either just move here, press enter. It will directly indent. Automatically indent. No print type +1 is inside the for loop. Yes. And line 21 is in outside the for loop. Yes. Whenever we want to run the program, we have to print it outside. Yes, no, we have to print it inside. This ith value, we will get it inside of the for loop. The scope of this I value is only inside of the for loop. When we will go outside of the for loop, we will not even find the I value. Got it? Yes, questions. I am getting an error. I can be undefined because we never defined it. It was out of the scope of this print statement. The I was only available inside of the for loop. Yes, and there is two things. There is two more things. That is one is the break and continue. The break keyword and the continue keyword. These are used inside of the loops. Let's say I want to loop through this only one time. Let's say I want to loop till a specific condition meets. I want to just print till 3 and then I want to break the loop. I will be using a break statement with the help of a conditional operator. Let's say if I is equals to 3, then I want to break this thing. I don't want to run my whole loop. What do you think the answer will be? 2, 4. 3 will be, the 3. It will start from 0 index. That's fine. You get it now. The I value from, if we start from 0 to 10, first it will be 0. 0 plus 1 is 1, it printed out 1. It checked again. If I is equals to 3, no, then it again looped itself. Then again 1 plus 1, 2, it printed 2. Then again it looped itself. Plus 1 is 3. It printed out 3. Again it looped itself. The value is now 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. It checked if I is equals to 3. Yes, I is equals to 3. It will break itself. It printed out till 4 characters. And one more thing is there, continue. Let's say we want to print this thing. Like here in the break, using the break function. Like what we get. Using the break function. What is the difference we get? I don't understand. Let's say you only want to run the for loop. You are running a for loop 10 times. But you only want to run it one time. How you will do that? Without checking the parameter. You will break the for loop. This is how you can break the for loop. How many times you want to run it? In our situation, we did it 3 times. We used a condition that if I is equals to 3, break it. Now we have a continue also that we don't want to break the for loop, but we want to check for a specific condition. If that condition meets, then only print us the value. Either move on. If I run this one, you see I have only one value printed now, that is 4. Because while iterating, the ith value will be 0 first. It will start from 0, like this. 0 and then 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Like this, it will loop. If you break down this range 10, it will break down in this format. Yes, because we already know that 0 to 10 is written like this. 0 will be included 1 and 9 will be excluded 1. We already know that this range 10 will be break out in this format. We know the value of I will be 1, 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We are aware of this, that I value will be this thing. First, in the first iteration, this will be grabbed. Its value will be 0. If I is equal to 3, 0 is equal to 3. Is it true? Is it true? 0 is equal to 3. Can you repeat the question? We are iterating over this range, that is 10. We know that 10 will be iterated in this format, that is 0 to 9. We are created till this part. I the value when it will loop the first time. What will be the value of I? Now here we have it. Value is 0. We are checking if I is equal to 3. That means if 0 is equal to 3. Is it true? How is it true, Ram? How 0 is equal to 3? We are checking if 0 is equal to 3. That means if 0 is equal to 3, that means you have 3 chocolates and you are comparing someone who has 0 chocolates. Do you have the same amount of chocolates? It will be false. If this condition is false, it will not print anything because it will not go inside the if condition. You are seeing the alignment. It is inside the if condition. It will again go back and loop itself second time. It will not do anything. The second time the value of I will be 1 will be carried on. It will check if 1 is equal to 3. Is it true? It will not do anything because the condition does not meet. It will not be inside the if condition. Again, it will loop again. Now the value of I will be after 2. 2 will be the value. 2 is equal to 3. It will check. Is it true? No, it will not go inside if condition. Again, it will iterate over once more. It will check if I is equal to 3. Is it true now? Yes, true. It will go inside the if condition because the condition met. We gave the condition if I is equal to 3. Then only go inside for this. Print I plus 1. You are getting 4. This is how we are using continue and break. And then again continue. Continue means it will iterate through all the remaining elements. If we have used here break, then it will end the loop here. Here itself, it will not iterate and check over these elements. But we use continue and we use break. Now you get it. What? While continue and break are used. Great. Now print this statement. You have added the continue. Can you print this statement? Which one? Now you have added continue. How? You want to print this. Continue is a keyword. We cannot use printed keyword. No, the above statement. This one. It is already printing here. And this is the second print statement. Let me remove that as well. In the range like the iteration box only till 3. That's it. No, it will not. It will loop itself. 1 second. Let me print. I also here. You will get it. What I was thinking is, if I is equal to 3, now we have first value of I will be 0. We are not doing anything. We are just printing the value of I while it is looping. As we discussed the range 0 to 9. First, the value of I will be 0. Then in the second loop it will be 1. In the third loop it will be 2. In the fourth loop it will be 3. Similarly, we are just printing the value 0, 1, 2, 3. When I is equals to 3. When I is equals to 3, that means 3 is equals to 3. Here you can see in my terminal. Can you see here? Now the value of I is 3. Now 3 is equals to 3 will be true. It is printing I plus 1. Here you get it 4 and it is also printing continue. It is also printing continue. These two things it is printing together and then the loop is going on. From 4 to 9. Prashant, if we add I is greater than 3. If we add I is greater than 3. I is greater than 3. Greater than equals. Let's see. Let's only use greater than 1. We have this symbol as well. Greater than 3. Now let me run it. Do you get it now? For the value of 4, when I will be 4, it will be greater than 3. Plus 1 is 5 and then also continue. Then again in the loop, its value is 5. It will be 6 and continue. Again its value is 6. It will be 7 and continue. Similarly like this. Any confusion or doubts in this? It's clear? Clear enough. Now let's start with our data structures. Data list, double sets and dictionary. Now, have you ever listened about this list part? What is list? Do you know what is list? List, it contains different values that may be either string or integer. Exactly. It will consist of unique values. 1 second. Double consists of unique values. You are correct. 1 second double. Double can contain multiple values. Not only unique set contains unique values. I was also confused. Set only contains a unique value. We will see. I will show you. But note down these things. Let's start with list first. We will move and go on to this set. You learn that there. When we are talking about list, consider it as an array and a very flexible that it can store any data type. By any data type, I mean it can store string, it can store integer, it can store even the list of string and list of integer as well. List is always denoted with the square bracket. Can you notice things down what I'm telling now? List is basically an array. And it can store any data type. For example, string and integer. In other programming language, the scenario is like this, that whenever we define a list, or let's say whenever we define an array, it should be of the same data type. By same data type, what I mean is basically if we are defining an array to store only the names, that will be string. It cannot contain integer values. But Python is flexible that it allows us to store the integer value and the string value in a single array. Got it? Yes. This is the flexibility of Python. Again, not understand what is the list. Think of list like a basket, your shopping basket. In your shopping basket, you can put oil as well, which is in liquid format. You can put cauliflower as well, which is solid. You can put cotton candy as well, which is fluffy. You can put everything which you want, basically. And that does not depend on the type of the material. If you want to put liquid, you can put liquid. If you want to put solid, you can put solid. If you want to put air, you can put air whatever you wish to in your shopping basket. List is similar to that. This can think of it like a basket in which we can store different data types. That is, we can store string, we can store integer, we can store boolean, we can store float. This is the first line here, line number 42. You're able to see line number 42. This is the visual representation of a list. We have some items in the list. That first item is this is test. Let's consider take some real world example. What I do. And then we have oil in here, and then we have tomato in here. And then we have some integer value. We have some money that is in float value, that is 20.u. And also we have a boolean value. Now you are getting the visual representation of this thing. We can store string data type. We can store integer data type. We can store float data type. We can store boolean data type. Good enough. Now if I try to print the type of this list, let's print the type of this list for now. How list is denoted in Python? This is the list 1. This is our list 1 and this is the type of the list. You are able to see in the print statement, in the first parameter, we have our list 1 and the second one, we have type of our list. The list 1 is this list which we generated now and the type is class list. Class list, there are different types. 1 second, let me again tell you. Age and then type of age. Now can you see on my screen, we are first printing list 1 and then the type of list 1. Similarly, this is the list and the type in Python. How it is defined? Got it, yes. And then we have an age variable which is having value 100. Now, if you can see, we are printing age and then the type of age. And then we have a name variable and then we are also printing the type of variable. Name is a type of string class. Got. How list is defined? One more variable. Let's say we have a float variable which is our money. Our money can be in point. Let's say we have 21 rupees. Let's print money. Type of money. Now you see, this money is of type float. Any confusion or doubt in this, guys? In list, everything is identified differently. Yes, it is identified differently. I will show you. But first, do you understand these things? This fourth print statement which I did now. Whenever we are writing the statements, if you want to add different types string integer values, we need to start with square brackets. Yes, every time we have to. If we want to define a list, we can define it into two types. One is directly use the square bracket and one is to use the list keyword. List 1, 2, 3, we have a hello and we have something other keyword by like this. It is a predefined keyword. It is a predefined keyword. But we generally use this array, the square bracket. It is more convenient for us by just looking at it. We know that we are using a list. Got. Now you got the type and the list thing. Comment this part. Now there are some operations on. Before moving on to operation, you were asking Ram, I think, how we can store different things and will the type change while storing? Is it? Yes, and how you are checking each type. The type checking is basically done on runtime. That is a dynamic operation. On runtime, Python interpreter will be responsible for checking the type. We won't do anything. For example, let's use the for loop now here. For item in list 1. That is the variable name. List 1 is variable name here. We define list 1. Got it? Yes, now print item, type of item. Now again, our list will be iterated in this format. Now first will be potato. Our item value will be potato first, and then we will have oil, and then we will have tomato. And then we will have 5, then 20.0. And then this will be our list iteration. Any confusion or doubt in this place? Whenever for loop will iterate first time, the value of item will be item will be potato. Yes, exactly, now you are getting the point. If I am printing the first item, potato, you can see this is a class string. And we are iterating inside the list element. For oil, we have class string. For tomato, we have class string. For 5, we have class integer. 20. We have class float. Or true, we have class boolean. Got? This type definition will be like interpreter based. We will not do anything. Interpreter will be responsible for checking the type. Got it, got it. Now there are some inbuilt operations on list. Let's say I give you an example. Let's think of it like a basket. Let's think of the list like your shopping basket. You can put anything, any type of thing, whichever you want. Guys, you with me? Where I was telling that think of it like a shopping basket, which you can put whatever you want inside your shopping basket. Even if you want to put stone, you can put stone. That's your basket. You can do anything. But there are some operations as well you can perform on your basket. That is, if you want. If you do not want something, you can give it back to the shopkeeper or throw it away. You can remove the thing from your basket. Basically, what operations you are doing on list is similar to your shopping basket operation. You can remove some elements. You can add some new elements. You can check how many elements do you have in your list, that is, in your shopping basket and all. We will look at the inbuilt operations now. We can perform on a list. For now, can you once tell me how many elements are there in this list? How many items are there in the list? We have string, integer and float value and union. That was the type of the items. Can you tell me the number of items we have in the list? Yes, we have the 6 items. Exactly correct. And now, can you tell me how we will index the item? From 0 to 1. Yes, exactly. 2. 1 comes in 0, please. Yes, exactly. This is how we will index. And this is the number of items we have. Now, let's say this as I told you. This is our shopping basket. Now you will be asking, hey, Prashant, in my shopping basket, I can add a few more things. I can remove a few more things. In list how we are doing this, there are some inbuilt operations. There are some operations whenever you will choose your desired list and use dot. These are the inbuilt operations you can see on the screen. Append count index, pop copy reverse, extend clear insert, tree sort. Let's say you want to add a few more things into your basket. Append will be the operation. This is the adding operation. Now if I print list 1, now can you see here whatever we appended, is it added? At the last item. Great. Everything whichever you will basically add will be added in the last. If we want to add in the first, the index setting we can do. We can do replace instead of append. No replace will replace the first thing. We don't want to replace. One second, I'm checking. I've never used this thing. We will use insert operation. List dot insert. And we will give two things here. First is the index where we want to insert the thing and then the value. Let's say we want to include Prashant. Now if I print the list 1. Now can you see our list? Prashant is inserted on the index 0. Now let's say I don't want to insert it on the index 0. I want to insert it at the index 3. Prashant is added on the index 3. 0 is potato. 1 is 2 and then third index. Now you get it. Yes, but by default, if you don't want to insert anything at a particular location, you can do append. And append will always add the new element at the end of the list. Similarly, there's Now you want to remove some items from your list. There are some inbuilt operations. That is list1.pop. Again, print list1. Pop will also work from the last of the list. We appended. Append always works at the last. It will append at the end of the list, and similarly, pop will remove the element from the end of the list. Have you guys ever eaten Pringles? The chips? You know how it is tagged. The last cylindric. The last chip which will be added will be removed first. The last chip will be removed first. This is the stacked data structure. Last in, first out. We call it last in, first out. Similarly, list is also the same data structure, that is the stacked data structure in which the element inserted at the last will be removed at the first. Got? Yes, got. Prajanta for removing the values from the statement. Can we give the position for that? Yes, exactly, we can give the position. Let's say we want to remove potato. We don't want potato in our basket. We can directly use the index. Now if I run this, you see now potato is removed but 4 is at its own place. Got. These are the remove and insert operation in the list. We can also, let's say there are 2 shopping baskets you were having. Now let's say you are having a polythene. And you are having a big shopping basket. In that shopping basket, you want to put the polythene yourself. How you will do that basically? What you can do is you can use list1 append. The list. Earlier we were using the value directly, but now we are using the list itself to append it. Adding list3 to list1. Yes, list3 to 1. Till true, we had our list1. If you see the list1, till true, we had our list1. And list3 consists of 1244 and hello. If we run this list3 to list1, you can see now, think of it like a basket, like you had a basket and you just put the polythene inside of it. As it is, you did not remove the item from the polythene. You just put it the polythene itself. Can you visualize this thing just like that? Inside of square bracket, you can see again a square bracket. Square bracket. This thing here to here. Think of it like the basket which you had now. The list1 basket. You put another polythene inside of it. Now you have two. Now you have two spaces inside the basket itself. One is the polythene space and one is the basket space. The basket space will have this item and the polythene also. And the polythene already contains some of its own elements or some of its own item. But what? But the thing is, we do not want to put the polythene itself. We want to empty the polythene in our basket. Basically, we don't want to mix the list1 items with the list. We want to. We do not want to again add the list itself. We want to add the items of the list. How we will do that? We will use the extend inbuilt method. Why is it not working? Good enough? Why is it not? List 2. Strange. Why is it not working? I'm sorry, guys. I think we are doing something wrong here. One sec. Do we need to come on with 71 and 75? Sorry. 75. And 7 and 2. What you are telling? Do we need to uncomment? I don't think that is a need because they are only print statement. We are not doing anything inside of that. But the thing is why it is not extending. It should extend. This is a proper format. I'm sure about it. Let me use an online compiler. The thing which we are doing now, we should do it into a variable. We cannot just directly print it here. Extend. Now we'll be printing new list. Oh, we will not use the parameters, but I think list 1 only we will print. One sec. It should work now. The thing which we were doing is basically we had two baskets. Think of it like this. We had one basket and one polythene. We are adding both of the items of both of the things all together. And then we are putting those into a third thing and then printing the third thing, which is not feasible, which is not possible. What we are doing now is basically list 1, extend. Now we have emptied all our polythene items into the list. We have extended our basket earlier. What we were doing is append. But now we extended it. If we see when we were doing the appendment, 1 cell. This operations does not work with print. Now you see when we were doing the appendments. We appended like this potato L tomato 5 to zoo 2 and then the another list. We just put it there. But we want to empty the list one by one. Now we use the same list which was above. Till here we had this similar list which we did operation on. After that, we are extending the list. Getting it? Why this value came here? Are you getting it? Because we already appended the list. We changed the list already in our earlier lines of code. And then we are extending it again. First we have appended list 2 and then we extended the list 3. Extend function. Now you get the difference. This is a single element and this we have extended. Let's say we want to access this element. How can we access it with a single index? The potato will be at 0 index. Oil will be at first. Tomato will be at 2 second index. 5 will be at 3. 20 will be at 4. True will be at 5. And this list itself will be at 6. The whole list. And then it will be, the 1 will be at 7, 2 will be at 8, 4 will be at 9. And again 4 will be at 10 and hello will be at 11. It's like counting the number of things you have in your main basket, your main shopping basket, the polythene itself. It will calculate itself at one element as one element, single element. Whatever is there in the polythene, we don't know. We don't have anything to do with that. We will count the polythene as a single one. But if you have emptied the polythene in our basket, then we will count the number of elements totally in our basket and assign them a place. Got it? Now moving again. Let's say we want to check. Let me comment this one. And it's fine. Now we have our original basket. Now let's say we want to access the potato. How can we access that? There is some place allocated for potato in our basket. We will go to that place and pick up potato. How we can do that? We will print list 1. How print list 1? We have to give the position 100. Exactly. Now you're getting the point. This is the place of potato which we existed from. Now one thing, in this list we saw that potato is at 0 position. Now let's say you have hundreds of items. Did you count all the items and get the index of it? There should be something to get the index of element. Dot index is the inbuilt method for getting the index of element. Let's get index for potato. Now we will run this thing. You get it. Let's get index for, let's say, oil. You get it. Oil is present on the index 1. You can directly access oil from this index. List 1 of 1. Got any confusion or doubt in this, guys? Whenever we add up for list 2 to list 1 and list 3. Here list 1, the index values are 1, 2, 6, 4, 7. And the second list becomes like it has different index value. Like one item. Yes, let me again show you. List 1 at dot append list 3. We appended list 1 with list 3. Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I told, it will be on the 6th position. If I try to print where I was doing that, print list 1 of 6 element. Uncomment this one. Now do you get it what it is printing? The whole list. Because it is assigned a single element, a single index. Now let's say within this index or within this list, also I want to access the element. How I can do it? Let's count again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Within this list. This list will also have some index and this list will also have some index. In the main list it is assigned. This list is assigned at the index 6. And in the child list we have some of the element. If you want to access, then we need to do the position like this. Let's say we want to access the hello 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th index. I think it's 4. 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. What you are doing? Any questions or doubts? Can we add arithmetic operations also to list? Yes, we can do that. Yes, definitely. This is how we can do that. And list 1 plus list 2. It will add both of the lists. Can see this will be similar to that extend operation. We can use the plus operator. Extend operation and plus operator are similar. Similarly, we will have the minus operation as well. And similarly, we have, I think, star operation. I'm not sure, I never performed star operation. Star is not there, but minus and plus is there. Also, can we add integer values of this 1 plus 2? Sorry, 1 plus 2 to this. From the list elements. Like an algebraic expression. Algebraic expressions. I'm not getting a point. For example, we are adding the integer values. For the integer values, for example, if we take 1 plus 1, 2 plus 3 and 2 divided by 3, can we add that type of value? Only the single values can be added. Yes, we can do that. First, we will access the value 1. That is from list 1. We will get the index of, let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then we are adding list 1 of third index. We are printing value 1. It should give me 25. I added this and this index value. Is this what you're asking? No question. For example, in the bracket we have added the vegetables list and comma. Then we add for 5, 5 into 3. Like that, we can add 5 into 3. I give you your comma and 5 into 3. You tell me what to write. I'm not getting your point. Add a 5 into 3. Add 5 into 3. Like this. No. What I'm saying is just add the value. 5 into 3. You tell me what to write. I'm not sure what you're asking. You tell me 5 integers. Multiply. Does it give us the value when we print? Yes, it will print because we are printing itself. Is that what you are asking? No, that's what I'm asking. It's clear enough that we are in the print operation. We are just multiplying it. That's fine. There is nothing related to this structure. I thought you are asking about some list operations. That's fine. Now you get it how you can access the index within an index. In list 1, basically if we see at the 6th index, we have this list. But we want to go inside this list and access some element. We give the index of the child list and access the hello element. Hello here. Any confusion or doubt in this? No question. Now let's say within this list, the main list, within this main list, I want to access the 2. How can I do that? Within the list, you need to give the first. We need to find the index. Dot 1 second list, 1 of list 2. Now we see load. For now, let's suppose we know the index of this thing. We just want to get the 2 value from here. List 1 of list 2, bracket 2. List 1 of list 2. Like this. Do we need to find the index value? No, we do not want to find the index. We know the index here. We just want to access the element 2. How can do that? Yes, exactly. Perfect. And another bracket. We need to add 1. Yes, exact. Now you are able to cope with the things. Now we reach to the index 2. Ram, do you get it? Yes, it's sufficient. The 6th index. The list. In list 1 we have the 6th index, the list itself, the child list. And from that child list we are accessing the first index. There are some few more operations. Like we have a copy operation. Let's say we want to. There are some few requirements in our projects. Let's say we do not want to modify the main list. For till here, we were modifying the main list. We were changing the list 1 value itself, whatever was the list 1, we were changing that. But we don't want to modify our main list. We want to keep it as it is. We want to work with a new list. What we will do is we will create a copy of the list. With the copy operation, we will create the list 1.copy. That means it will create a copy of list 1 and store it into a list copy variable. If I want to access the list, let's see what is list copy first. Now you are able to see both of the list. This is the list 1 I am printing and this is the list copy I am printing. Is that an implication? Yes, the dual inclusion. The copy only? Yes, exactly. I can do whatever operations I want to do on this copy operation, on this copy thing, and it won't affect my main list. Got it. Similarly, we learned about the pop. There's one more operation, that is the reverse operation. Let's create a copy. We will work on the copy. Now why is it not working? Just this is fine. Oh, again, I'm assigning it to a new variable, which I should not do. There is one more operation, that is the reverse operation, which will reverse our whole list. You can see this was our copy list and we performed an operation, that is, we reversed the copy list. Reverse will reverse the whole list. True was at the end of the list. Now, true is at the starting of the list. Got. Now tell me one thing. If I earlier, when we were using the list, in its original state, can you tell me the index of true? For the third one. No for the second one, nor in the list we had. What was the index of true? Yes, exactly. It was. Now, when we reverse the list, can you tell me the index of true? Will it change or not? Yes, exactly. The index will also change to when we will reverse the list. Got it. Any confusion, any doubt in this, guys? Any operation which is like going out of your mind, going above your head or something? Can you note down the assignment for list? Try multiple inbuilt methods which are available in the list. For now, we covered a few, but I want you to try more. And how you can do that? Let's say this is our list 1 and how to access the inbuilt method list1 dot. When you press dot, you will have all the inbuilt method to yourself. Try clear. Try all these things, whichever we learned in this lecture. Go. By taking single list, single string, We can try all these inbuilt functions. Yes, you can try all these functions. That's not a problem. And try to add a few more lists into a list. Some list of list also you can add. Try different things for now. We included this list into the main list. I have to include one more list inside this list. Like this, something like this. Something like this, and then access and try to access this element. Will you be able to do this? Yes. Do this and bring out some doubts or questions. We will clear those out. Now let's move on to our next data structure, that is the dictionary. Dictionary is basically a key value structure we can see. Dictionary is our key value pair data structure in which we will store the key and its value in this format separated by a semicolon. Sorry, not semicolon colon. The key can be of any type, that is string or integer. And the value, we can store it basically in the form of list as well. If you want to store the value as a dictionary, we can do that as well. The dictionary, again we have key value pair. It is a key 1 and we have value 1. Any confusion or doubt in this space? Like if you take age and give the age for, say, 25. You're storing. Want me to do each to a straight? We are storing the value for age. Exact. Similar to what we were doing here is equal stored. Let's say we have 34. We were assigning this age to this value. We were assigning this value to the age. Similarly, in dictionary, we are using the key value pair for key age. We have value 35. Now the type of dictionary. How it is stored in Python. It is always in the class dict. And let's say you want to access the value of a key. You know the dictionary. You want to access the name key. What is the value of it? You can access with the help of a square bracket. If I run this, you get it the value test. Similarly, let's say if I want to access the value of key 2, I'm getting this. In dictionary, note down in dictionary we do not have index. We have key value pairs. In list, if you are aware, in list we had index. If we do whatever element was there in our second index in the list, we were getting that. But in dictionary we do not have index. We have key value pairs. And one more thing is that dictionary and JSON value and JSON type is similar. Note this down as well, dictionary and JSON is similar. If we are working with JSON, that means indirectly we are working with dictionary. If you are working with dictionary indirectly, we are working with JSON only. Exactly. What is the property of this? What property? Application. No, sorry, I did not get it. It uses. Let's say you want to send some data. You built a website. Let's say you built a website. Now you want to send the data to your website. Your website need. Let's say you logged in. You will have a dictionary that is logged in data variable. In that you have a dictionary that is a logged in user. Logged in user. We have here and there is some ID which we require. To do some other things on UI on the front end. There you have 24 f6. And then we have success. Is it the operation is success or not? We can send it to. Now there's some more information. That is the contact information. In contact information, we have a phone number. We have this as personal. Now, if you want to send this data to your front-end application, the website which you built. Now think of it like this. One sec. Let me annotate. This is your computer. The main screen. This is the website. You are able to see some data here. You are able to see your name here in the logout bar. When you logged in here, it was the login button. But now, when you logged in, your name is popping up here. Your name is you're able to see the name. And also you are able to see your feed. That is your post and all here. How that data is populated. Do you know? That data is basically sent in the form of a dictionary. Let's see here, for example, if we save the password. Is it like a password manager? No, not a password manager. It is bringing data from backend to frontend. Whenever you send data to your front-end application to present, you will send it in the form of dictionary. Because it is more suitable to send multiple data. You can see you can even send more data inside this JSON. Not only your contact information, you can send whatever you want. This is how the dictionary data structure is useful. Because everything whichever is related to the front end or let's say web development or everything. You will send it in this format only because it's easier. It's easier in the front end when you get this data. Let's say you want to just get the logged in username. What you will do is you will go to login data and you will have that key. That is the logged in user. You will check which user is logged in by just the key. If I print this, you can see Charan. By just accessing the key, I got the value. And this value I can present directly on my UI. That is the user interface on the front end. Got any confusion or doubt in this Charan RAM? One more assignment for you here. First was to list operations, perform list operations and all inbuilt operations. Second is to read more about dictionary. Why we use that? Will you be able to do it or do this on your own? when you will make your hands dirty inside this. You will understand why we are using this thing, why dictionary is used. If I try to tell you now, you won't get it because everything cannot be explained. I want you to check for yourself why we are using dictionary. Just scroll through the internet, whatever you find resources, scroll through the internet and bring me in proper use case. And also the third one, again dictionary operations you have to perform. Dictionary inbuilt operations similar to list. We will be looking at some of them, but the rest you have to perform on. Let me remove this dictionary here. And one more thing. Let's say if you are accessing any data from the backend server, the server won't send you the data in a text format. It will send you the data in the key value format that whichever keys data you want to access, you can access it properly. If the server sends you directly the text data, if let's say the server sent you like this, test 30, value 1. You won't be able to know for what key this value is. Let's say if we have put it into a key value pair. Now we know that name value is 30, age name value is test, age value is 30. And we have some test value key, which is having a value 1 and then like this. Got it. A dictionary does not contain index. It contains keys. We access the data directly based on the keys. Let's say we access the name here. Now we got the test value. Similar. Let's say you want to get only the keys. You can see the keys name 1 and 2. Let's say you have a requirement to only get the keys from the dictionary. You can use the .keys method. And when you will use the .keys method, you can check the type of that key, the type of the .keys as well. It is class of dict keys. Any confusion? Can you come again, Prashant? Let's say you want only to get all the keys of the dictionary. You don't know how many keys are there and what are the keys. I just want to get the keys. What you can do is there is an inbuilt operation to get only the keys. That is the .keys. You can directly get the keys from the dictionary. And the type we have, this is the dict keys type. When we check the type of the keys keyword, we have it like the dict keys. Great. You can see this dict keys. When we get the dict keys, it's in the type of a list wrapped over the dict keys class. Let's say if you want to access the name key, how you can do that? We need to add print. The dictionary and dictionary variable. Dictionary variable. We need to give 0 points. We need to give 0. Like this. No, no, no in the bracket. In the bracket. In the bracket here. We need to give 0. Will this work? No, this will not work. Let me tell you. If you can see, this is a list. But this list is having an outer shell. That is the dict keys. If you can see, the type is dict keys. This is not a typed list. First, we need to convert this dict keys class to list class. How we can do this? By wrapping it over that list, by converting it to the list class like this. We are first converting. We are first getting the dictionary variable .keys. This will be a class of dict keys. And then this dict keys class, we are converting it into a list. Once you have converted it to list, if you want to get the name variable, we can directly access it with the index. How can we convert the class? This by using the inbuilt method. That is the list. Got. If we get the data from the server also, we need to change the class. So, for example, we are receiving the data from the server in the form of key values. And let's say if we want to access only the keys. Keys will be of type dict keys. We need to change it into the list format. In order to perform the changes, we need to convert it into list. No, it's not always necessary. If you want to just perform the operation on keys, we should convert it, or else that is fine. There is no need to convert the data. It is specific to our need. We should be able to know. Clear, guys? Like having any confusion or things? I know you will be having confusions in this, but just listen for this now. Visualize the thing. Try to visualize thing as much as possible. And then, when you will read it, read the dictionary on your own. You will get it. What I was telling. Now you know how we are converting the dict keys class to a list class by using the list conversion. Earlier, if you can see this list, you know this is a list because this is enclosed in a square bracket. When we are trying to get dictionary keys with the dot keys, you can see this list. It is wrapped inside a dict keys class. To remove this wrapping, we will again convert it into a list. As you can see, we are again converting it into a list class. Got clear enough? Now we have some operations which we perform in similar to the list operations. You remember we were performing the pop operation in list. Similarly, we are having the pop operation in dictionary as well. In this, we will not give the index. We will give the key which we want to pop. Quote. Any confusion or doubt, guys? If you can see now, earlier our dictionary had this name, keyword. Let me print the dictionary. Earlier we had this name key and its value. Now if you can see, we have popped the name. Now only our value. Remaining are 1 and 2. If I try to get the dictionary value, sorry guys. Now, if I try to now, you see we have popped the name. If I try to get the name, we can see there is a non-value now. That means that is not present. Let's try to get one more key. That is the 1. If you can see, at 1 we have the value 1, 2 and 3, 4. We got the values. Now I want you to perform some more dictionary operations on your own. Will you be able to do this when we meet tomorrow? I want you to test. I want you to dig your hands into this, that you will understand testing more. If you want, I can share this file with you if you want to practice. I will share this with you. Just practice the things now. Let's move on to the other data structure, that is the tuple. Tuple is the simplest data structure in Python because basically when we say tuple, it is similar to the list. But list is mutable, that is, we can add or remove element from the list. But tuple is not mutable, non-mutable. It means that once we put the element inside of it, we cannot remove it. We cannot add any element into it. Go. Tuple, once we create it, we cannot make any changes. Yes, we cannot add, we cannot remove, we cannot do anything. It is just a static thing. We use this whenever we want to, whenever we don't want to change our list. It should be static. It should be constant. It should not change at any point of time. That is where we use tuple. And we cannot perform this appending. No, we cannot. If you see we have only 2 inbuilt functions, that is count and index. That's it. They can be different types of values. Yes, definitely. We can store different. It is a list only. Think of it as a list only, but non-mutable, not non-changing. We cannot do any other operations, that is, add or remove. It's like a list was. We were thinking of it as a shopping bag. But tuple think of it as a sealed shopping bag. Once you have a shopping bag, you cannot remove the item or you cannot add the item. Got any confusion or doubt, guys? Got. We have only two inbuilt operations in tuple, that is the count operation and the index operation. If I run this, you can see count operation will count me the number of elements within my tuple. Let's say I want to count how many times we have hello in this. You can see 1 and we have 2. It will count the number of elements present in the inside my tuple. Got it, it printed me 2. Now we have one more operation, that is finding the index. We are, let's say, finding the index of 1. Can you tell me what is the index of 1? 013. No, I'm not getting it, sorry. I can hear, but Sharon, what were you saying? World, what you were telling. X of 1, I'm not asking the 4. There is this difference. Listen to me properly. I'm asking you index of 1, not the element at the first index. You were also correct in that term. That is fine. But it is 3. I'm getting the index of 1. It is. If I again try to get the index of world, now it will print me 1. If I try to get the index of hello, what do you think it will print me? 0 and no only 0 because it will find the index. It's like when, in the first place, if it finds you, it will break itself. It will not go to the other elements. Fair enough? This version. This was a tuple only. There is nothing more. There are only two operations and tuples. Now let's come on to our setup set data structure. Set is always denoted in using curly braces. Guys getting it? Yes, how lists were denoted. Lists were denoted into a square bracket. Here list was denoted into a square bracket. We know dictionary is denoted in curly braces, but it is having key value pairs. En value. The file is denoted into a parenthesis. Set is denoted into curly braces, but we will not use key value pairs here. We will directly use the elements. What is the specialty of set? The specialty of set is it does not it. It does not contain duplicate element. And it does not allow different types of elements. Set is of a single type. If we are storing a set of integers, then we will store only integers. We will not store string. And also there is no duplicate value should be there in a set. It should be like unique values only. If we check the type of the set, we will get the class set. We can only store one type of variables here. Yes, and also one class. One of one class. If we are storing integers, then we should be storing integer only. No repeated values. Yes, no repeated values and no other elements. It should be unique. Now there are some operations which we perform on set. Similar to list, we have some operations on set as well. That is, the first is the add operation, in which we will be adding value to this. If you can see earlier in the variable, we have 123 and 4. When we perform the add operation, it added us the 5. Able to see. Clear enough that operation. Now there are some different operations as well that are union operations. Union operation will basically union the both of the sets. Union means plus, union means coming together. We are unioning the variable and variable set 2. If you see, in variable we have 1234 and in variable set 2 we have 455 and 67. And we are aware that it should not contain duplicate values. No repetition allowed. When we merge those together, this is the common set. We got 1234 and 5 and 67. Got it. Now there is the difference. Operation as well. We perform on set. One sec. Let me comment and use the inbuilt method for union also. We have an inbuilt method also. Variable.union. This we can use, but we use the pipe delimiter here. That's fine. We can use anything. Now what difference? We have the difference here. If you see, when we difference it, that means variable 1 dot difference, variable set 2. That means whatever element are there in variable set 2 should be removed from variable. You got it? We have removed variable value. Now 1234, sorry, 1234 is 4 is removed because it is common in both of the sets. Got it. Any confusion or doubt in this difference? This is intersection. Intersection is basically whatever things are present in the variable set. And whatever things are present in the variable set 2, only that will be present. If you see, in the variable we have 12 and 34 and we are adding 5. You get it? In variable we are adding 5 also. Let me comment this thing. Now intersection is kind of where both of the sets will meet and their common elements will be returned to us. If we have 34 in variable, 45, 6, 7 in variable, set 2. All. What is the common element in both of the sets? Can you tell me? 4 is returned here. This is the intersection. Got an intersection and difference. What the difference between the difference can intersection thing? And we already saw about the union, but we use the pipe delimiter. Now let's see with the union keyword. The union will merge both of the sets. This is the output. It is similar to the set in Max. Sets in Math. If you have learned about the sets in math, you might be aware of this Venn diagram. Yes, Venn diagram at union B, this is one set. This is two set. We have elements that are 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we have 5, 6 and 7. This will be the intersection. We will be getting 4. This whole set will be our union 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like this here. And the difference will be like if we are differencing variables at 2 from variable sets. Difference will be, this will be eliminated and only 1, 2 and 3 will be present here. Yes, it's similar to that mathematical operations. Any confusion or doubt in this guy's set operations? No question. No question. That was it. This was the 4 data structure we generally use in Python. And do not worry, we won't be using set and tuples even, but we should be aware of that they are existing. They exist. What we will be focusing on is majorly the list and dictionaries. Be strong in list and dictionaries. How much strong you can be strong in those things. The assignment. I have already provided you the list and dictionary. You have to perform list operations. You have to check dictionary uses and also you have to perform dictionary operations, the inbuilt operations. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.